I'm going to be honest, let you know why I'm shooting this on Sunday. Mostly because we're at the time of year where I'm supposed to be taking it easy at work. We're supposed to get slower. I'll get a day or two off every week, and when I do get there, I'll work 6-hour shifts some days. But no, I'm still working 10-hour shifts 5 days a week, and it's hell. So just to be safe, I want to make sure the first episode of WNBA Weekly goes out. So recording this on Sunday, gonna edit it tomorrow, and any breaking news that happens in the next 8 days will be put on the next episode of WNBA Weekly. Greetings and welcome to the Fan Perspective. I'm your host Nathan Nile, and this is WNBA Weekly, the show where once a week, usually on Mondays, I'll stand in front of this camera and talk about things that have happened recently in the association and things I'm looking forward to in an upcoming week. Since this is the very first episode where I wasn't sure what to do, I decided to just make this a recap video telling you about the record-breaking season that 2017 was. In 2017, you saw a ton of records get broken, including you have Diana Taurasi becoming the all-time leading scorer in league history. Sue Bird, the all-time leader in assists. Jonquel Jones broke the single-season rebounding record with 403, the first player to ever get past 400. Tina Charles was the previous record holder at 398. You have Courtney Vandersloot setting a couple of assist records, the most assists over a 15-game period with 149, and the most assists per game at the end of the season with 8.1, though some people believe there should be an asterisk by that, seeing as how she did miss a lot of games. I'm not going to say I agree with them, but I do understand that point. Averaging 8 assists over 18 games is a lot different than 8 assists over 32 games. The Indiana Fever had a record year that they probably wish they could forget. They had 12 consecutive years in the playoffs. That came to an end last season. They were also part of a game where they helped the Lynx set a couple of league records. The Lynx had a 59-point victory, the greatest margin of victory ever in the WNBA. And there was also at one point in that game where the Lynx scored 37 straight points, a 37-0 run. That's the greatest run in a game in league history. Speaking of the Lynx, they made it to the finals again. They played the Sparks for the second straight season, and for the second straight season, it went down to Game 5. Minnesota managed to hold on for the tough win. They tied the Houston Comets with their 4th straight championship. Brunson becomes the all-time winningest player in league history with her 5th championship. 2017 was such an amazing year for the league. It's hard to believe that anything could ever top it. Oh wait, Liz Cambage is back. Let's go then. I usually try to stay away from predictions, but I've got a couple of things that I think are almost definitely going to happen. The Connecticut Sun are going to dominate the Eastern Conference. The Dallas Wings are going to be the most improved team in the league this year. And Brittany Griner is probably going to be the favorite for MVP. She probably would have won it last year if she hadn't gotten injured. The MVP race is going to be tremendous this year, but also as huge, it's going to be a great battle for Rookie of the Year. We had a very talented draft class this season. Now we move on to the games that are being played opening weekend, and for all those who haven't been here before, every time that I say is Eastern Standard Time, so be sure to adjust for your time zone. And I'm going to tell you which games are being aired nationally, and for the rest, just make sure to check your local listings, and you can catch every single game on WNBA League Pass. We start with Friday at 10 p.m. You've got what I consider to be the matchup of the century. The Phoenix Mercury versus the Dallas Wings. Brittany Griner versus Liz Cambage. Oh, that is going to be so much fun. I'm also interested to see how some of these veterans like Diana Taurasi, Breanne January, and Leilani Mitchell, how well are they all going to match up trying to chase down all of these fast, explosive young guards that the Dallas Wings have? Also, we know Griner and Cambage are going to be locked up. I'm interested in who's going to try to cover Azare, though. I'm telling you, Azare Stevens, she's not getting as much credit as she needs to. Incredibly talented. She's going to be a star in this league. Next up on Saturday at 1 p.m., you've got the Sky versus the Fever. Both of these teams missed out on the playoffs last year. And honestly, in my opinion, it doesn't seem like either of them have that great a shot out of it this year. So this could be two teams already fighting for that, first overall draft pick. But it could also, they have a chance. Both of them have a chance to get their season started off on a good foot, build some momentum, get some early wins. You never know. They're still technically in the fight. Good thing about the beginning of the season, everyone is still undefeated right now. You've got every single team in the league playing on Sunday, and only one of them is not being broadcast, and that's the Fever versus the Mystics. Della Dawn starts off her season with looking possibly for another MVP trophy, and the Fever, they start their year off with a back-to-back against two straight Eastern Conference foes, looking like they have a good chance to go 0-2. You've also got the schedule makers giving us a present very early on with the Sparks versus the Lynx and a championship rematch, 5 p.m. on ESPN2. And the other 4 games are all being broadcast on Twitter. 1 p.m. you've got the Aces versus the Sun. 3 p.m. the Dream versus the Wings. 7 p.m. you've got the Liberty versus the Sky. And then you finish off the weekend with the Mercury versus the Storm. And that's it for this edition of WNBA Weekly. Tune in on Monday for another all-new episode. And until then, this has been The Fan Perspective. I'm your host, Nathan Lyle. Have a great week. There are 2 things you should know. First of all, my neighbors like to play their music way too damn loud. Not even joking when I say that it shakes the walls sometimes. So I started recording because they were quiet, but halfway through, they started playing it again. And I thought about stopping, but I didn't want to have to pick this up halfway through tomorrow when I'm not sure if I'll be able to bring the same energy. Also, I'm not going to feel like doing my hair again tomorrow. This takes effort, okay?